Namaskar, everybody. My name is Sastri Venkamamidi. I'm a priest of the Hindu temple in Halifax, as well as a teacher of the Art of Living Foundation, international organization. We come across such trying situations in everybody's life once in a way, or maybe a couple of times happening. And this is not only in individual's life, in the life of a nation, in the life of a community, and in history, if you see, there have been always trying times. And the wisdom is given very clearly in the Hindu scripture of Srimad Bhagavad Gita by Krishna, who is incarnate of divinity himself, to Arjuna in the battlefield. Just to briefly give you an introduction about this setup there, or the scenery. Arjuna is the royal prince of the Pandavas, and he is fighting against the Kauravas for the sake of a justice. And there in the groups of Kauravas, he will see all his cousins, his teacher, his grandsire, and close relatives. And at that time, he was overcome by a depression, a sense of low morale, and saying that if he has to kill all those people, he will incur so much sin. And he decided not to fight and go back to forest to meditate. At that time, Krishna gives him the advice that you have been given a particular duty. You have to overcome your timid nature now and rise to the occasion and do your duty. During the time of doing duty, you don't hesitate who is there on the other side. They are all representing the enemy line, and you have to kill them. So this depression is because of ignorance, saying that they are related to you, you are related to them from blood. But if you see the truth of Atman, the soul is indestructible. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nachainam kliyadayanti apo nasoshayati marutaha. Achedyo yamadahyo yamakledyo soshe evacha. Nitya sarvagata sthanahu achiloyam sanatana. That is the nature of the soul. Souls won't die. Only the bodies die, and they were reborn. So when you have that intelligence, that knowledge, that awareness, then you are not drawn by this emotion of relationship and other depressions. And one more thing he says there is, Uddhared atmanatmanam atmanam avasadayet atmaiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmaiva ripuratmana. You have to uplift yourself. There is nobody else that can uplift for you. You have to do it by yourself. And you have to come up to the occasion, raise to the occasion, do the duty, whatever you are supposed to do. And one more thing, just to say at these times, is not to lose hope. There have been times, trying times on this planet where there were, similar situations where thousands of people were killed or died. And the time doesn't stop. The world doesn't stop. It goes on. So to have hope that a day will come soon where this pandemic will be avoided or will be taken care of, will be properly controlled by the vaccines and those things. And during this time, you have to help yourself. We have to help ourselves. Nobody else, no God can help you unless you help yourself, because God is seated in the hearts of all the people. He has given us intelligence and brains. So we have to follow these restrictions of 2 meters apart, wear a mask, clean your hands frequently, wash your hands, and don't unnecessarily spend too much time very close with people. You do what is required and then stay home and pray. And that is the way we can tackle the situation and try to get back to our original condition a few months back, what we had. And this experience has been common for everybody. Everybody is locked down. Everybody is having this isolation, and that is leading to depression and other complications. So one has to realize the importance of uplifting oneself by oneself. And another thing, another statement from Bhagavad Gita is, we have to come out of this depression. Klaibyam masmagamah pardha naitatva yupapadyate Kshudram Hrudaya Daurbalyam Tyaktvottishta Parantapa. We have to come out of the weakness of ourselves by our own effort, by our own knowledge, by our own wisdom. God has given the wisdom, and the scriptures will give the wisdom. And the only thing is, we have to practice this, what is being told. This is the challenge. Just by seeing, by reading, by hearing, it is not going to help. We have to practice what we hear and what we read and what we preach. So practice before you preach. That's the message I give to all the people, and all are equally important. All are involved in this. It is something which we have to uplift together, because it is not one man's job, whether he is the president of the country or a prime minister of the organization. It cannot be done by individually, it can be done collectively. Collectively only it has to be done. So we realize the common responsibility and do our best. And this is my request to all the people to practice and implement the restrictions that have been imposed by the various organizations, by the health people or doctors, or even as individuals, we have to take responsibility. Thank you.